A Bowl Full of Hearts, written by Jill Perez Gabora, illustrated by Natalia Kolodniak. Maggie could not wait to go to school. She was bursting with excitement because she had something extraordinary to share with her friends. It was a silver bowl that her favorite Aunt Kim had given her. But this was not just any bowl. This bowl had special powers. Maggie's aunt had confided in her that the silver bowl could talk. It's a silent whisper, Aunt Kim said, and it doesn't talk to just anybody. You have to be really ready to listen to what it is telling you. If you listen hard enough and make good choices about the people you spend time with, this bowl will magically fill up with beautiful hearts. Maggie hurried into her classroom and spotted her friend Charlie. He was playing with blocks. At school, Charlie and Maggie did almost everything together. "Charlie, look at this! My Aunt Kim gave me a magic bowl, and I brought it to school today," Maggie said excitedly. "Why don't we build a house for your bowl?" asked Charlie. "Good idea, Charlie!" exclaimed Maggie. After a few minutes of working together, the two friends had built a home where her silver bowl could rest. Just then, Maggie heard the quiet, subtle words the bowl was speaking to her. "Now is the time to stop and say, 'Does this friend make me happy? Should I continue to play? If I'm not feeling good and I don't want to stay, I will find a new friend and leave straight away.'" She answered the bowl without saying a word. Yes, indeed, she thought. Charlie is a wonderful friend whom I can trust with my precious bowl. In the art area, Maggie decided to draw a picture of her special bowl. Maggie usually played with Charlie, but sometimes she liked to work independently, by herself, and so did Charlie. Maggie really liked the comfortable pace of their friendship. She never felt like she had to only play with Charlie. Maggie and Charlie knew they would always be there for each other, but she could play with her other friends too. Sometimes she played with Emma or Michael, and Charlie played with William or Georgia. After Maggie had finished painting, she heard a loud scream coming from the block area. The home that she and Charlie had made for the bowl had been destroyed. Her precious bowl was lying on its side on the ground. Maggie was heartbroken. Then she saw that Sally, Henry, and Charlie were laughing, kicking blocks, and being loud. Maggie raced over, and Charlie stopped laughing. She couldn't believe that Charlie was a part of this. But Charlie was his usual honest self and admitted his wrongdoing. He took responsibility for what he did, and they rebuilt their house together. "I'm sorry for what I did, Maggie," said Charlie. Sally and Henry did not apologize. They said they had done nothing wrong. But Maggie knew better, and she felt sad. Then her silver bowl whispered to her, "Now is the time to stop and say, 'Does this friend make me happy? Should I continue to play? If I'm not feeling good and I don't want to stay, I should find a new friend and leave straight away.'" Maggie listened to the wise words of her bowl and chose to walk away from Sally and Henry. Later that day, it was time for Maggie's favorite activity, the playground. Maggie couldn't decide what to do with her special bowl while she was outside. She wanted to make sure it was safe after what had happened earlier. "Why don't you leave it inside in your cubby?" Charlie suggested. No, I want to take it outside. I'll put it on the picnic table while we play, she said. I don't know if that's a good idea, Maggie, said Charlie. Well, that is what I am going to do, she insisted. The wise words of her bowl went through Maggie's head once again. Now is the time to stop and say, does this friend make me happy? Should I continue to play? If I'm not feeling good and I don't want to stay, I should find a new friend and leave straight away. After listening to the bowl's words once again, Maggie realized that it was fine to disagree with a friend as long as you respect and listen to what each other has to say. She remembered that their teacher had called that healthy conflict. Maggie chose to line up with Charlie to go outside on the playground. The monkey bars were Maggie's favorite. Swinging from ring to ring and trying to reach the last one was a big challenge. Charlie liked climbing on the huge wooden castle and then sliding down the twirly slide. Let's play on the monkey bars first, and then we can climb on the castle, said Charlie. Great! Let's go! Exclaimed Maggie. That way it's equal and fair. They both had turns at having fun and doing what they loved the most. When school was over, Maggie gathered all of her things and cradled her special silver bowl in her arms. She thought about how kind Charlie had been to her and her special bowl all day. Then her bowl quietly whispered to her for one last time that day. Now is the time to stop and say, does this friend make me happy? Should I continue to play? If I'm not feeling good and I don't want to stay, I should find a new friend and leave straight away. Maggie remembered what her Aunt Kim had told her about the bowl. I made good choices by continuing to play with Charlie and walking away from Sally and Henry, she thought. Sally and Henry did not make me feel good inside. Maggie couldn't wait for her Aunt Kim to visit that night. Look what's in my bowl, Maggie cried when she saw her. And when they looked inside her silver bowl, Maggie and her Aunt Kim saw that it was filled with 10 beautiful hearts. 10 signs of a healthy relationship. Trust, knowing that your friends won't do anything to hurt you. Respect, valuing your friends' opinions and beliefs and loving them for who they are. Comfortable pace, feeling like the relationship with your friend is moving at an enjoyable speed for both of you. Kindness, being empathetic with your friends and providing comfort and support. Honesty, being able to be truthful with your friends and not worrying about how they will respond. Healthy conflict, discussing issues with friends openly and non-judgmentally. Equality, putting in the same effort as your friend in the relationship. Fun, enjoying spending time with your friend and feeling happy. Independence, having space to be yourself when you are not with your friend. Taking responsibility, admitting to your friend when you made a mistake.